Hey, listen, man, feel like I'm actually doing work on the podcast again on the football channel. Big up to everyone locked in, man. Liverpool could be back, should be backed, or will they be backed? We'll discuss that with you guys as well. Big up to everyone that's locking in, watching it live. Love for the love. People that are watching on a replay, love as well. Keep subscribing, people, man. Close to that 3K. Close to that 3K, man. That 3K will be beautiful as well. Might change from Hollywood ends to something else. I don't know. Let's see what happens at 3K. We'll find out very, very soon. Sav, big up to you, bro. Appreciate you jumping in. What you saying,
like,
bro?
Illuminati ends and that, but that's what's gonna happen, bro.
No, don't.
But the sunshine's ruining my shit, bro. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. Sorry, I didn't even mean to snap, bro. It's getting on my nerves, bro.
Why you snapping for, bro?
Nah, because bro, because it's making my camera look shit. My camera, bro, forget it. Anyway, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Sav, it's all right, bro. It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's good. Yeah, big up to the people locked in. Who is in the building? Scraps is in the building. Hakeem's in the building. And Dr. EQ in the building as well, man. And Steve as well. Big up, man. Big up.
Yeah, man,
Few...
funny enough, when I was walking out earlier, bro, sun was shining. I actually it actually hit me that Liverpool won the league, bro. I was just walking. I was like, rah, kind of emotional in that, bro. I couldn't believe it, bro. I was like, what the fuck, bro? We just won the because you know what it is, because we just went back to normal, innit? Like you won the league, and then next day back to work, innit? But I really shit, man. Cold, bro. Big us up, man. Purely because I watched that video that you told me yesterday, from Dean's channel, from Famzo, with them talking about the Prem and that, what you said.
Yeah.
Disgusting video. Big up Dean and that, because the content great, but this disgusting. I couldn't believe it, bro. And there was 4 parts to it, bro. I couldn't believe it, bro. Man, them really tried to take the Prem away from us. Not only that, there was man in the video who were Liverpool fans saying that it wasn't us, bro. And then all they kept saying is you won 1 Premier League, and I was like, are you not blind? Like we won 1 5 years ago, and there's one we just won now. Why they all acting like we won 1? I couldn't believe it, and I realized by the end the ages, the base is saying that if they didn't see it happen, that it didn't happen. And the geezer who was talking, I'm not disrespecting him because it's cool, but I think he's Dread guy. He's a Liverpool fan, and he said because I didn't see us win all the other leagues, and then he said I'm 42, and I said, hold on a minute, if you're 42,
yeah,
the last league that Liverpool won before Klopp was 1990, blood. Does he not know his own age? That means you was alive when we won that one too.
Maybe he just didn't maybe he didn't add the time and the numbers right. Maybe he didn't, you know what I mean? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. You should have seen a few of them. 3 minimum.
He said that he wasn't alive when the last ones happened, but I'm like, he was 5 in 1990, and then there was on about all the things changing the name, and I was so close to commenting on some like, what are you not talking about, bro? It's the Arsenal fans trying to cope, and I was like, bruv, I was about to drop my comment, bruv, because I got that. Hey, it's not called the Premiership no more. It's called the Premier League, bruv. So that changed in 2007. So by their token, that means Arsenal's won 1 league, bro. Which means we would still have more than them.
Exactly.
No, actually.
Exactly.
No, my bad. It means they've won none. It changed in 2007, and they last won the league in 2004. So that
was it 5? Okay, yeah, you're right.
So in 2007, we won both of our leagues after that. So that's that. We got 2. Man City's got about 8. Chelsea's got about 7 there as well, and Man U's got the rest. That means Man City and Chelsea are the most successful teams. So stop the foolishness. It's embarrassing.
I told you, bro. That video wasn't. It was crazy. When I saw it, bro, I was just like, nah. The disrespect. That's why I thought let's kind of speak about it. Big up to Liz as well in the building. Philip in the building as well. Big up, guys, man. Love for the love. But listen, we're here, man. We're here to talk about will Liverpool be backed in the summer. Seen the article by the Daily Mail, or the Mail, I should say. The Daily Mail, the Mail, whatever one you want to call it. Liverpool have money to spend this summer and will do so. Then I was trying to find exactly where the extract came from to see what kind of wording was used and stuff like that. Then bear with me, because I did have it there for a second, lost it, acting like a waste man.
Hey, let's stop this now. Don't put yourself down, mate. You're a good guy, man. No.
I know, but sometimes
wait. Let's project positivity, man. Don't put yourself down like that. You're not.
No, wait. What are we doing? The baddie thing today. I'm here for it.
You're not a waste man, bro.
No, let's do the baddie thing today then.
Man, you're a
Nah,
good guy. Stop saying that, bro, because everyone gonna clip it. You're a good guy, man. Don't call yourself a waste man, bro.
who's gonna clip the? Oh yeah, shit. Do people do clip
Yeah,
the
yeah,
videos?
yeah. Especially because you've been clipping everyone. They're trying to find a reason to clip you, bro.
I haven't been clipping everyone.
bro, you got a target on your back, bro. If you keep clipping people, they're gonna start looking for you to say dumb shit, bro.
No, I haven't. No. Yeah, I have clipped quite a few people. Listen, I told people whether we're friends or not, I am gonna clip you, and it is what it is. You guys have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
deal
yeah,
with it.
yeah. No one should even get offended by it because you said it. There's nothing to get. It's not like End is doing AI and making you say shit you never said. If you get clipped, nobody should be offended.
You
Maybe
said
get
it.
offended if Ends don't tag you, like, oh, he doesn't put the channel where it come from. But apart from that, nothing to get offended by. Fair use in that, blood.
I'm trying to think. Do I? Would I? Yeah, I would still do that. I still
I
do that.
think, I think so far it's early, but I think you've been too kind, blood. Because I see man
I,
saying the most. I don't even think you should clip positive stuff from them, bro. Because there's nothing positive.
Ross, he's saying I should go
No,
full.
think
So
about it.
when I need to get to 3K first, then I'll
Okay,
see
but
what
think
happens.
about it logically, innit?
Yeah, go on.
Something positive someone can say. Oh, Liverpool's won the league. We're a great team. What's the point of clipping that?
Yeah, I hear
We're
that.
all Liverpool fans, of course. We know we won the league, bro. So
Mm.
you have to clip the stupidity, bro. To say we need to save football, bro. Make football great again, bro. Hey, them MAGA hats get them out soon, blood. You
Make
get me?
football great again.
Yeah, we're gonna have to think of a new thing in it, like, you know what I mean? Because you can't be a MAGA hat with the F there. We'll find something else. But yeah, run that still.
To be fair, big up Scraps. Scraps and Honesty have sent me some. They've sent me moments within it, but it's because the ones they've sent me, I love it. But at the same time, I already know these men are dumbasses anyway, so that's why I can't be bothered to.
Yeah, but the world don't know, blood. It's not about what you know. It's what the world don't know, blood. They need to be exposed, blood. And I'll throw it out there, bro. Enter my bridging, bro. But if I say some dumb shit, clip me, bro. It's fine. Man, no, I don't care. I really don't care, bro.
I still haven't dropped the video. I should have, and the only reason why I'm not, I don't know, because even though you guys said it's fine, I'm just like, nah, I don't know if I want to throw.
You can drop it, bro. It's fine, bro. But yeah, man, I've been waiting to clip me, bro. I'm like very hard to clip, bro, because I really stand on what I say. So like remember when Mbappe joined Real Madrid and everyone was trying to cook me for one episode, I was like, are you not dumb, bro? I already made the last video apologizing. I said I waited because he was stinking up the place at the beginning. So
yeah,
I'm always on. If I say it at the time and I believe it, and then the thing changes after, you can't clip me for that, bro. Because I'm just gonna be like, well, when I said it, it was shit, and now it's not. It's still French Rashford, though. Don't get that twisted.
he has his moments. He has his moments.
Yeah.
Big up to WJ Davis in the building as well. I said Gangandy. Big up to you as well. And obviously a new subscriber. Big up, man. Gerard Williams. Big up to you. Love for the love, man. For a comment in there, man. Shout you out still. Big up to Chudon as well. On the road to 21. Yeah, we're definitely on the road to 21. But yeah, back to the original thought in terms of the spending. It says Liverpool have money to spend this summer and will do so. I think the old cliche transfer war chest is going too far. They will have money to spend, but they're not going to suddenly going to finance a summer like a Todd Bowley or a Sheikh Mansour, which are at City. But Liverpool will certainly be spending, and Arne Slot is set to be backed with a decent budget that allows the club to splash out while staying within the parameters, which is mad, of the business model, which is about clever deals. They will not buy for the sake of buying, but clear positions have been earmarked for improvements. So that was from Mail Sport. So it sounds like, obviously, from the striker position, which is probably one of them, earmarked. Left back, I think, will be earmarked. I think another centre back will be earmarked, and maybe one more attacker, whether that's support for Mo, or if one of the left-sided guys leave, then support for that side as well. So and then obviously we got a DM. That's mad. So where do you think the splash out? So the question I'm going to ask, and I'll ask everyone in the chat as well. Where do you think the splash out part will come from? In what position? And also, what part do you look at is going to be the clever deal part? So what positions? If I had to challenge you for a second, bro.
What would you consider a splash out in terms of money? Like how much you reckon?
100.
Oh, but then if it's 100, I'm not expecting it to be the attacker because to buy £100 million midfielder, they'd have to start. And I actually think Slot's quite happy with the midfield. He might bring someone in who's more like the football he wants, but I don't think they'll cost as much. So, and I don't think defenders, they don't really cost that much. Like, it's a bit of a myth, isn't it? Like, there's people like Virgil and Maguire, but that was ages ago. No one really goes for that much money. How much did Lenny Euro go for? 50?
Yeah, 50
And
mil.
he was seen as like a prospect in his age, and Huijsen's around the same age as well. So, probably like a winger, maybe. I don't know. I think the article.
Let's start from the back line then, bro. So
Okay.
let's say we need a centre back. Do you think that's the clever deal, or do you think that's a splash out?
Clever deal, unless, which I don't think is going to happen, unless Konate gets moved on.
Okay. Left back, splashing
Nah.
out or clever deal?
Nah, never splash out on the left back. That's not smart. There's no need to. Like, even when I think of the best players in the world, the best ones are at the clubs where they want to be. So your guy at Barca, cold. He's young. He ain't gonna leave Barca. Thingy at PSG left back, he ain't gonna go anywhere. So when you think of the rest of the left backs in the world, they're not that great, bro. They're all very smart, good players, but they don't hold the weight in terms of star power where they cost a lot of money. So I think left back nowadays, I think 50 mil on a left back's a lot. Like that's a big left back, and I think anything under that, like 40 and 30s, that's probably about right, realistic. I think I know that Liverpool FSG, quote unquote, in the fan base thing that they do the spin every year and all that, which I do agree with. Although I don't want to say FSG do the spin because they're not the ones who put out the article, the journalists are.
Yeah,
But
journalists.
I actually do think with what the article you just read, then it sounds right. It sounds like they'll spend money, but they'll be smart about it. And I think it's going to end up being by the end of the transfer window that we haven't spent like a lot net because we're going to lose people as well. And that's what they do when they bring people in. Remember, we saw Carvalho and Sepp Vanderberg last season, so they're very smart with how they do stuff. They've always been like that. So I feel like if you bring in a left back, it means that Robbo or Tsimikas is going to go. I don't think it's not going to be both of them. So
yeah, it'll be one. It won't be
more than likely be Tsimikas, even though I don't know. Depends if Robbo needs, because now he's won another Prem. It depends what he wants to do with the rest. So we'll see what happens there. Which means what someone's getting sold in it. If Tsimikas is a decent age still, I think you can get decent money from him as well. So then bringing in another left back's like, okay, another 10 mil on top of what we sold Tsimikas for, 20 mil. But the centre back ones, I'm a bit like, I don't know, only because Konate's not got that new contract yet. And
I think they'll sort that though. I can't see a world where they go, yeah, we can solve this by buying someone else and selling him. And I also don't see a world where he wants to leave. But at the same time, he wants to be paid what he believes he's valued at, right? So
I'm with you. And I don't think you'll buy anyone better than him either. There's no one out there better than him to come into your squad now. If you think a defender's better than Konate, they're usually at a club where they're not going to move on in it. So,
all right, centre defensive mid. Are we splashing out there, or do you think? Because we need what I say, centre defensive mid, because it feels like we're trying to box a type of player in, or profile a certain player in. But Zubimendi isn't like a defensive midfielder. Technically, he's like a deep line playmaker-ish style, and that's the one we know we went for. So, but yeah, in terms of another midfielder, are we clever deal or are we splashing in that position?
Same. The Sabazalai type price on it, 60 mil. Yeah, don't think because I think that person will be rotated in. I don't know. At this point, I don't see like these like losing their spot in the starting lineup, which means buying a lot of money for someone to go on the bench. But and I know no one's here. I'm always trolling about being dead serious and that. Like Bajcetic is him blood, and they'll all bring him back. And Trey's still there, so he'll probably go on loan, maybe Trey. But so I think smart signing in the midfield. I'll get someone experienced in the midfield. Not old.
Say like what? Not old, but like someone that's been at what? Not say been around the block, but that's played at the high level, like Champions League for a lot of the time, and played at maybe a top team.
Yeah. Someone who can get tempo in a game and something like that. Because that's what we don't have. When shit goes sour for Liverpool, nobody's there to. Even the people who are good on the ball, like McAllister and that, they all struggle to slow the game down and dictate play. So yeah, I mean, we need somebody in that kind of vein. It's kind of hard for me to think off the top of my head who those players are because it doesn't feel like everyone's just young at teams now. It doesn't feel like there's any like.
Yeah, it feels like there's like a new conveyor belt of players now, and you have to kind of. And it's always at this moment, I feel like where they say 10, 15, maybe 20 years ago, you didn't really have to gamble on a player, a top level player. You buy me, you just know he was going to be good. But now I
Yeah.
feel like because the new crop of players, I feel like any of them now you buy is a gamble, especially if they've not played in the league that you're buying them to go and play in. So a lot of, quote unquote, a lot of people say the Premier League is the toughest league. That's fine, fair. But then if they do come in, you're like, are they going to be able to compete in the physical aspect of it? Is it a lot more? It's not as technical as you say Spain. It's not as structured defensively like an Italian league, and it's not like as much free flowing as you'd say the Dutch league is and stuff like that, and even the French league. Watch some of their games, man. It's just free flowing football. So it's a gamble now. I think a lot of it is a gamble.
Yeah, I agree, and I think as
What
well.
about the? Yeah, go on, sorry.
I think a lot of experienced players, based on the last couple of years, they all went to Saudi Arabia, innit? So usually they get spread out across all the big teams. But there's been no, the Tony Cruz like level and that age. Only really Casemiro went to United. Everyone else has just dipped off. They all went to get their money, which is fair enough. So, but anyway, continue. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, no. What about the attacker then? So not the striker yet, just an attacker to help out. Because I'll get to Chiesa in a minute because there was a few. I saw something about him, and we'll cover that part. But what about the attacker? Obviously, Mbeumo Semenyo is the ones that's been linked as just attacking wingers that can help. Do we splash out in that position, or do you think we just try and find a clever deal?
I think the two you said is about right, and I think. I mean, I know everyone wants to hear it, but I'm fine with those two. Like they're the ones I would have picked anyway. So because instantly I'm thinking Slot's words about Salah, and I would play somebody else sometimes if I had somebody in the right wing. I feel like Semenyo Buemo's the right one to be honest. I would pick him myself, bro. In fact, I'd definitely pick Buemo on that wing, bro. I think he's got so much to his game. He's at a club where technically he's their best player in it at Brentford. It means it'll be a smart signing, but it'll still cost a bit. I don't know how his contract stuff works, but and without being disrespectful to Brentford, because I really like their club and I like the manager as well. You get to the point for someone like him where it's like, I'm never going to win anything in it if I don't start thinking about moving on somewhere. Which means I might have to sacrifice being the main guy in my team. But that's life, innit? Everyone does that. Yeah, I mean, Mahrez sacrificed being the main guy at Leicester to be somebody else at Man City. So.
Nah, fairs, man. Big up for Trevor for subscribing to the channel as well. Love for the love. Big up to everyone locked in, man. Guys, we're just trying to get as much as we can. We're not going to be here for too long. So forgive me. I'll try and engage as much as I can in the chat as we're going. But yeah, I am seeing. Big up to all of you guys, man. Love for the love.
Yes,
and then obviously the striker. The striker position, blood. Are we splashing out? Or are we trying to find a clever deal? Because there is four strikers I've seen us linked with. 5. Šeško, Osimhen, Isak, Delap.
Gyökeres.
I named everyone. Gyökeres.
Maybe couldn't.
Is that all of them?
That's probably
yeah. So there is ones in there where a clever deal can be made, but there's also ones in there where you have to splash out. So for the attacking, are we splashing out or are we trying to find a clever deal?
I think this is where the most money gets spent. It won't be a splash out if we're in comparison with like those other clubs. And to be fair, that's what the article said as well, but that's exactly what I'm thinking. So I don't want to say the big clubs. Liverpool's a massive club. We're like the 5th biggest club in the world or something, or 4th, something like that. We won't. I don't ever see Liverpool doing the 120 mil on a striker thing. Yeah, I mean, we ain't even done 120 mil on any player, never mind the striker. I think it will be a splash out considerably and smart, which sounds crazy. So I think they're going to look at the contract length of the players who are available. That's where the smart business comes in, because I'm not paying this much for him when he's got 1 year left or whatever like that. And I think the market value of people have just gone up in it. Now, if I'm correct, which I probably should do more research, and I think Gyökeres has got a buyout clause.
Okay.
Isak doesn't have a buyout clause, and Newcastle don't need the money. Or there is this one thing with Newcastle. What I will say, I've not heard anyone mention it. So they technically don't need the money. They're the richest club in the world.
Yeah.
But for FFP, they actually need the money, because to spend more, they need to show where they're getting the earnings from. They can't. because their sponsors only give out a certain amount of money. So selling a player, say you sell for like 140, just exaggeration, but you sell them for 140. They can show that we've got 140 coming in from somewhere. Now we can splash out on somebody else on it. Now it might not be him. It could be someone like Bruno. They tried it the season before. They tried to sell.
They were trying to offload the players.
Yeah. So with the ones you've said, I don't know what it is. Oshiman's a weird one, yeah, because one, I actually don't think Jackson's shit. I just think he's not the greatest. And Chelsea, I don't know. Oshiman's always felt Chelsea bound, and I don't know if it's because of John Obi Mikel always talking about it, and he's just brainwashed me by now. But he's always because even when I look at him, he seemed like a Chelsea player, bro. But
he does, innit? He got that little Chelsea feel about him. That's the guy. Maybe are we like shoehorning him in because obviously the Drogba connection?
You know what it is? It's probably the fact that Mourinho likes like African players on it.
Yeah.
So growing up with the good Chelsea team, I'm like, yeah, they've always had some bad boy African in their team somewhere in it, whether it's Essien or whoever, Drogba, Kalou, all it. So that's probably the reason. As I said to you yesterday, Cunha's a weird one because he's like a nut job in it. But Man U seem to be interested in him, and they're interested in the lap as well. So the only problem Liverpool's got is everybody's interested in the same strikers because the pool's only small in it. Man City is the one who don't need one. Arsenal need one. Man U need one. Liverpool need one. Chelsea think they need one. So then I don't know what we're doing there. So, I don't know which one you choose.
Delap was linked to them as well. So Delap is one of the guys on their.
I think Man U buy Delap, they'll probably buy two players. Like I think Delap is good. So I do want to stop because obviously we troll a lot. But
yeah,
because it's actually a really good player. It's just that for me, especially with Ipswich being relegated as well, that's a striker to me that you bring in with somebody else. But
yeah, he's not the guy you don't put the world on his shoulders there. You don't do that.
Nah, but I don't think Liverpool will simply because, and hopefully as well that they trust their youth a little bit. So maybe they'll send Dan's back on alone. Maybe they won't. But then if they don't, then they've got a new striker they've brought and then a young one behind them, and then he'll play in the same games he would have anyway, which would be the League Cup and the FA Cup and stuff like that. So I don't know because remember Salah's still there, so they're still gonna expecting Salah to get his goals and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what they do though. All right, let me change it to this one because we'll shift the conversation. Let's see that. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go here. What was the next one I wanted to kind of chop up? Obviously, this is one of the players as well. I know a lot of people like him. Chat, let me know, man. Are you a Morgan Rogers type of fan, or do you not think he's a Liverpool type, or has he got that? What's the question I want to ask, man? Does he have that profile you think he could make it at Liverpool, or is he just Aston Villa is his level, and then maybe in a couple of years' time he could make the move? Because this is probably one of the clever deals that we're talking about. Maybe one of the attackers, instead of a Semenyo, instead of an Mbeumo, it could be a Rogers. What are you thinking, Sav?
No. He's a good player. Villa's not going to let him go. And I don't think he wants to leave Villa anyway. Which is, you know what I mean? It's home. It's one of their own, isn't it? Now, the thing is, there's two of them in it because there's him and Jacob Ramsey, and both of them ain't going to get game time to one. It's kind of deep on Ramsey because everyone was praising Ramsey before this season and nobody cared about Rodgers in it. I think he's good, but Liverpool, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Ramsey's better than him, to be honest. But he's good on the eyes. Got a bit of the, I don't know. You give him a free reign, that's different. But nah.
Yeah, because I can't see where, like, obviously he can play across the front three. You know, he could play in the midfield as well, so he's got that versatility about him. But then I'm just like, I don't know. But at the same time, as I said earlier, so it probably sounds like I'm contradicting myself. I think any player now you go and get, especially with this new crop of players, is a gamble. But the only benefit you have from him, he plays in the Premier League. So he has that, he understands what it's like to play in the Premier League. But then you spoke about, if say for instance he goes in the midfield, you know, one of your statements earlier was a bit of experience. He hasn't got that yet. So we couldn't even add him in there and go, raw, like he knows. He's only just played in the Champions League.
I was going to say,
this is his first real season in the Prem, so doesn't really have that.
I can
That's a
see
good
his inexperience when he plays as well. I can see it every game. Every game I see Rodgers play, he shows some inexperience in there, which is fine because he's meant
decision
to.
making is one of
But it's
his
like,
big things.
yeah, decision making. Because if he goes on to next season, say he stays at Villa, goes to next season, all of a sudden he ends up like falling. Remember, Jacob Ramsey went at the squad because he was getting injured, and it weren't because he was the way he's playing. If these geezer drops out the squad because all of a sudden when he's in certain areas he's being greedy like he always is and trying some tricky stuff, then you know what I mean. It's interesting because I actually think Ollie Watkins might be going to Arsenal. Well, I think that might happen at some point.
Yeah, I see a couple of my Arsenal brethren saying, "Yo, he's lost it, so they don't want him." Persian Pride said Eze's a good shout.
That's my pick, bro.
Probably, yeah,
That's
he
my
needs
pick.
to. Jeff E said he's good, but not good enough. Liverpool.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
That's fair. That's fair. I saw this. Thought we could chop it up, bro. I had it before, and for some reason I skipped by it when we won the league.
X yesterday, I think.
Yeah, and I don't know why I skipped by it. But going back to the season, big up to the chat. Going back to the start of the season, obviously yourself predicted to win the league. When we did the prediction show, I don't know when other people said they did. Maybe they jumped on the bandwagon. Maybe after like December time. Maybe I don't know. But none of the pundits said that would win it. They all said like maybe top 4 outside of it. Jurgen Klopp was going to be a big miss. Where did Liverpool go from here? Arsenal look strong. City look strong, obviously being the champions and stuff like that. So I could understand why none of them did. But it goes back to what me and you originally said. The reason why we picked Liverpool to go and try and win it again is because for some reason it feels like everyone forgot when we fell off the race. It wasn't at the start. It wasn't at the middle. It was actually at the end with 8 games left. It was up to game week 30. By 2 points, we lost against Palace, Man City and Arsenal won. But we knew the form that them two were on, they were going to do it. So we was like, okay, well, as long as we don't get any more injuries, we can fix that. A bit more consistency and we can have a stronger finish. Now, this team could...
Is that me freezing or you?
I think maybe me.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so I was thinking... Yeah, maybe if we just no one gets injured, no one, we could push for the last 8 games, keep a bit of consistency as one, and stop coming from behind, man. Just actually taking the lead in the game and keeping it. We could actually win this league. But I didn't understand the pundits were speaking as if like we weren't in the race.
It's the Klopp thing, isn't it? I think that's where it is. I think there's so much affinity for Klopp and what he done for Liverpool that they just to be fair to them, off their experience, they're thinking a big manager like that leaving, there's no way someone comes in and does that. And even with the list of managers that have won the Premier League in their first season, which is a great list, most of them are Chelsea, and that means that they've been left with a great team, innit? Yeah, I mean, they've been left with a great team, but didn't work. And remember, Chelsea were just sacking managers all the time, so it's quite easy for them to do that. And then Ranieri's with Leicester is like a one-off kind of thing, innit? Because it's just out of nowhere. So I do understand why they didn't think Liverpool were going to win the league. I don't understand why so many Liverpool fans didn't think we would win the league. But then again, maybe for the same reason, which is not a problem, I guess. If if you believe in Klopp. And to be fair, and I'll say this every time because in your streams, not one person ever mentioned Slot's name. Not one. Before when I was looking for managers, not one person mentioned Slot's name. Some, every now and again, someone goes, "Oh yeah, that man." Because I remember even when I was talking about Klasner before he got to Palace in your stream.
Yeah,
and I was like, I've been watching. So even that, when normally people go, "Oh, Thingy's got one of them managers." Ajax got one of them. Rayo Vallecano's got that good manager. People mentioned Girona's manager. All these other and nobody mentioned this guy. I told you every time. I didn't know who he was apart from I watched final versus Atletico, and I remember him looking like he was going to scrap Simeone. That's all I remember of him. So
yeah, I know. I remember you saying.
So if I'm not saying that I'm the oracle of football, of course not. They're pundits, and to be fair to them, we watch more football than the pundits. Like they can lie all than that, but we watch more football than them, so they don't know, bro. So everyone's like, "Who's this slut guy?" Yeah, I mean, I see all these compilations of everyone clipping the rival fans. Liverpool finished 5th. Who's this? I ain't gonna lie, some Liverpool fans should clip themselves, bro, because everyone's acting like the rival fans were saying that. That's what everyone was saying. I remember Quasi doing a stream. Can't remember who was on there. It might have been like Albert. Where is Albert, by the way? But I think it might have been Albert, K-Mac, and Zabir or something like that.
Albert? Who's Albert again?
Uncle Albert. Uncle Albert, bro.
Oh yeah. My bad. Sorry.
But
older and I forgot.
And I remember the stream was about like that weekend. Everyone was talking about should Slot get a free hit. That's what I remember. I remember it vividly because I was one of them people where it was like, oh, you need to calm down. Klopp's leaving. I'm like, free hit at Liverpool. Well, Liverpool, bro. There's no free hit. We got a great team. It was in a title race. It didn't finish how we wanted to. But if Slot had come in here and just done nothing and got top 4, I would have been pissed, bro. Free hit. With a squad that just assembled a new midfield. Nah, no way, bro.
Another year experience as well, which was
Yeah, I don't mean, bro. There was no free hit. What I asked for was what I nearly got, to be fair. I wanted the Prem and the League Cup minimum, bro. And we didn't get the League Cup, but listen, it's been a great season either way. But that's what I assumed, so.
Nah, listen, that's it. Big up to Hakeem saying the people. If you haven't liked it yet, please consider doing so. Big up to everyone jumping in as well, man. Love for the love. But yeah, it was just strange, man. It was kind of strange because I could understand, right? For an example, Jurgen Klopp leaves. I don't know, Mo Salah leaves. I don't know, Virgil then leaves. And then no signings. I could kind of understand that. But we were still going in with the presumption of, obviously, all of these guys are going to be here apart from Jurgen Klopp.
Mm-hmm.
And then all I was thinking, and I thought maybe they would have thought along that line, is with a couple more additions to this team, maybe, tweak the positions here, tweak that there. Liverpool could go and really put up a challenge again. But for some reason, they just thought, no, it's not the players doing the work. It's just Klopp. And credit has to go to the manager. Obviously, he's the one that's, sets up the tactics and, rallies the team and stuff. But it's still them going out there to do. It's not like they were going to stop knowing how to pass a football or stop knowing how to score a goal. Mo weren't going to just become shit for no reason. Virgil weren't going to stop defending. Alisson weren't going to stop becoming being the best goalkeeper in the world. So it was just kind of strange that they just went, nah, City and Arsenal, City, Arsenal. I was like, I understand it to an extent, but then I was like, no, couldn't someone go, do you know what? Actually, nah, man, Liverpool were top up to this point, and then if they could tweak this and do that, and maybe and within that same season, guys, remember how many injuries we had? We lost so many players through injuries for that whole season, and all in my mind was, as long as we can keep these boys fit, as long as we can keep a bit of consistency, stop conceding first, as long as we could have a better run in there at the end of the season and then add a couple of quality players in the team, it was always going to be good. But for some reason, these guys thought the latter, man. Virgil saying, obviously, we're the deserved champions, which we are, man. We smoked up everyone. We complained about the football at times during the season, but that's just the football, innit? In general, but thoroughly enjoyed it, man. Let's go to this one. I saw Manager of the Month. I already kind of picked who I think who should win it in my mind. Chat, I want to know who you guys think should win it, because I already have an idea of who should win it. So obviously, go on, bro.
Eddie Howe.
You think Eddie Howe should win it? I think the Wolves manager.
Listen, I wouldn't argue with the people on there, to be honest, but the way Newcastle were moving in that month, bro.
But also, I saw a couple of results on there that I'm sure Eddie Howe wasn't the manager for that game, because he had like 2 weeks off. Where I don't know. Obviously, he had
the 2 weeks. The 2 weeks he had off were the last 2 weeks, like just gone. Actually, no, we came back on the weekend, and the game before, he missed the game. Then still the manager,
because he missed 2. Because I saw, I think they smoked up. Was it like 5? And then obviously, he's still the manager. I get that part, but I'm like, I know you weren't your setup in it. You weren't your team, and maybe we should nominate the other brother, the assistant manager, for this month.
I ain't gonna lie, Jason Tisdale said that he done exactly what Eddie Howe told him to do. That's exactly what he said.
Okay, all right, fair. So we have to give it to Eddie Howe.
Remember, he already had whatever was going on. He just was in recovery on it. So,
but yeah, look. So obviously, Victor Pereira, he's got 5 wins out of 5. West Ham, Ipswich, Spurs, United, Leicester.
Nah, he done great. He done great.
5 wins out of 5. You gotta consider him as, that's what I was thinking, more him. Unai, 4 wins, 1 loss. Okay, who was the loss to? Was that Newcastle? No, they beat Newcastle 4-1.
Lost to City.
They lost to City.
Because they were coming off the back of a bad month before. Before that, but they were good in the Champions League.
Eddie Howe, he's played an extra game as well, bro. 5 wins, sorry, at 6 games,
Well, if
1
we played
loss.
an extra game, take the loss off, innit?
No, I don't want to take the loss off. I'll take the
No. Since you want to bring up the extra game, take
No,
the loss.
can I not take one of the wins off?
No.
Take one of the wins off. Okay.
Nah, you know what? You're probably right though, because I do remember like Villa smoked up Newcastle in that one game. I didn't like that. It was horrible.
Pep, do you know it's mad because I remember, was it you that said it? You was like, "Oh, there's no point like watching City now. You just can't not feel sorry for them, but like you don't care about the results where normally you would."
Yeah.
But then they've gone away quietly and did their work, bro. 4 wins and a draw. They haven't lost in the month of April.
Not one of these games are entertaining on the eye, bro. Not one of them. It was horrible to watch, man. Listen, man, City, like they put everyone through so much stress on it over the years, bro. Like, just give me a season off, man. I didn't want to think about them.
No, listen, he should spend a lot of money, man, and get back to it. And then obviously the main man himself, Arne Slot, 4 wins, 1 loss. The loss was against Fulham. Yeah, we got mash up in that little first half cameo, bro.
I will say this, like our performances were shit, bro. When you look at these games, the Tottenham one was obviously forget the scoreline, we were great in that game.
Yeah, Tottenham one was good.
The other ones, bro. Oh my god, bro. We're trash against Fulham. We're trash in one of the halves against West Ham. Was it the second half? We're good in the first half, innit? And Leicester.
No, but we got smoked in the first half, even though we was alright.
I thought it was better in the first half and rubbish in the second half against West Ham. Ain't that what it was? Because you.
Sorry, I thought you said Fulham. My bad. No, I thought you said Fulham.
Yeah. And then Leicester was like, I seen them trying to cope with the stats and like, oh, we had 50 shots, brother. You don't remember 50 of them shots, but we were trash, boy.
I was just shooting, getting the shots off. But yeah,
man had Trent the Lizard to come off and save us, bro.
Oh yeah, he came on and hit the left footer in it. Yeah, that's mad. But yeah, guys in the chat, man, who should get manager of the month? Then Arne Slot, Pep, obviously Eddie Howe, and Unai.
I'm with you still. Give it to Pereira. I'm with you still.
5 wins out of 5, bro. That's cold,
man.
Man.
Be considering how Wolves were in the beginning of the season, bro. They couldn't even score goals early in the season. Never mind.
And then they had Cunha doing what he was doing, bro. Like having a go at the fans.
They were to get relegated. I think when we did the on Tariq show, we did a prediction, and I think I might pick Wolves to get relegated at one point. Maybe.
Yeah.
Or actually, I might have just sent. I think I picked all the teams that came up to get sent down. Actually. Oh yeah. You know what? I think my prediction was perfect. Southampton's gone. The other teams. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, man.
I was just seeing what everyone else is saying in the chat as well. Yeah, all right. I see you guys. Nah, I think he should get, man. Yeah.
Give it him, man. They're gonna win another trophy, so give him that.
Wolves have now won 6 out of 6. Yeah, you're right. You're right, because they won the last one as well.
Strand Larsen's on loan, isn't it? Still.
Is he on loan? I thought he was.
He's not. They didn't buy him. I sure did. I like him, man. Strand Larsen's cold.
Bro, I thought. Do you know this whole time? I thought he was their player, bro.
No, because I just don't remember there ever being like price tag or whatever. Maybe I'm wrong, but I swear he was on loan.
No, it could well be, and I was just, guessing it out there.
Vigo, innit? And I think it was Celta Vigo, and it was like a 2 million loan or something. But he's good, man.
No, Russ, you're right today, bro. I see you having a little. I don't know. It's a deluded fans, Wolves, man. No, I think most people agreed. I think most people said Wolves. And you saying you're crashing out today, bro. Big up to everyone locked in, though. Let me go and see what the poll is at right now.
I'm cooking in right, just blood. I don't even know what's going on, but you're all right, bro. Just relax, man. Have a cup of tea or something.
I put a poll in the chat, guys. Get involved in it. Let's see. Where you guys watching from? Work 23% so far. Home 72%. Now there's a lot of you at home, man. You man working from home, or we just what? What 72%? 3% said they're on holiday, and 2% said they're watching from the gym. I don't know. 72% is high stuff on the.
Watching from the gym, bro. They better be on the treadmill, car. If you're lifting weights watching this, bro, you ain't lifting the weights properly, bro.
Yeah, man, that's a big break between the sets, bro. If you're watching this, unless now, Sav, could be that they got the AirPods in, listening in,
podcast settings. So hey, okay.
Yeah, and then just having it, and then dumbbell curls, whatever it is they're doing. But yeah, if you are listening and you are in the gym and you're just standing there watching it, yes, I'm talking to. Put the phone down. carry on doing the sets, bro, or jump on the cross trainer or something. I don't know, something. But yeah, okay, now it's dropped now. 70% saying they're watching from home.
Fair enough, man. Male entrepreneurs are not here.
Are you saying there's very entrepreneurs? Oh man, but to be fair though, through like lockdown and stuff, a lot of people the normal office jobs changed to people that can work from home. I always thought that anyway. All you need is an internet and a laptop.
Yeah, it's because the work don't trust people to do their job properly while they're at home. So,
but you can still be held accountable in it, like checking.
Yeah. Checking on that, yeah.
Checking, right, Rob, you up to date on this? Have you done this stuff like that? So,
big up to the girl them that tell you that the nail technicians, but they just do the auntie's nails. Big up them girls do. The business owners. The Instagram page.
You're a dickhead.
Instagram page with their sister and aunties.
You're a dickhead because I know.
Man, when we got our lockdown, all of a sudden everyone was out here making cupcakes and that, blood, for their little niece, blood. Dickhead about business.
Hey, listen, you have to start the business from somewhere, from the ground up. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You know what I did to people that I didn't like before, bro?
What's that?
Just tell you some of my pettiness and that. When there's people that was annoying me and that, bro, and they said that they had a business, I just go to company's house, find their business, see if they had a website, and then buy the domain, blood, so you can't have it. You
are mad petty, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know how much work that is to do?
I know, but then if you want it, because then if you want the website, you have to pay me, the person that you've been annoying to.
Mad petty, bro. That's a lot of work just to win an argument or win.
Yeah, that's me, bro. I got the idea off The Apprentice before when one of the interview processes. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna do this. And that's why man shouldn't mess with me. Any content creator shouldn't mess with me, bro, because I will copyright the name of your channel so quick, blood. And then every time you sell merch, you have to pay me, blood. So does everyone watch their mouth, blood?
No, Sam, that's my petty. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't even think I've got that level. All right, let's move on to the player, man. Player of the month. Player of the month, peeps. There's one on here. We had a conversation yesterday. Big up to Matt and the lads from Coppish. We had a conversation about Nori yesterday. We was watching.
Bring him in.
Baller. It was talking about left backs, and obviously the Kirkes name got mentioned. It was talking about Nori. Jerkes, I hear it, bro. We'll get to him. Why? I see them do this with Mateta as well. Why would all the target man type strikers they put Jules in there? Is there nothing else you could put, like shot on target, conversion rate, chance create? I don't know. Can you not put something else? 21 Jules, one, blood.
They play for the lesser teams, innit? So if they don't want to put in the truth, blood, because it makes them look weak, blood. I told you already yesterday, bro. If man if we get hit with the budget thing, bring in all of them, Mateta, Buemo, Semenyo, bring them all. Ain't Nori. I don't care, bro. We'll make a whole team of rejects, bro. And we'll mash up the Champions League, innit?
Whole team of rejects, raw. So 4 goals from him, 21 Jules, one. This brother is going on the radar. Sam, that's the second month this brother is doing numbers like this.
3 goals around Christmas time, innit?
Yeah. 3 goals for us, and that one was like 6 goals. No, was it like 8 goals, 11 or something mad?
Yeah. Because he was only Salah who had better stats than him at that. Salah had 7.
Salah had like 10 goals or something mad. 10 goals,
Salah had 7 goals and 7 assists, or 10 goals and 7 assists, and he had more assists. But yeah, man, he's cold, man. Big up, Murphy's a G, blood. I told you about that theory though. Remember I said that conspiracy theory, and then all of a sudden he started playing again. I reckon it's his brother, bro.
So they swap out. He swaps him out because they're twins, aren't they?
As soon as Murphy starts to look tired, the next game he comes back rejuvenated and he just goes on a run. But then when you go to the Championship and watch the other Murphy, that one looks tired or is injured. They're swapping, bro. And you can't tell the difference either, bro.
That's mad. 3 goals, 3 assists that he's on there. There's the big man himself, Ryan Aït-Nouri, bro. 2 assists, 12 chances created in the month. This is a left back, people. Left wing back based on the system.
I just realized something, bro. This motherfucker looks like Drake, bro. This geezer looks like 2010 Drake, blood.
Say less, bro. Nah, big up to Nori, bro. He's still mad young as well, which is crazy.
Yeah, man.
He's crazy,
This
but
is
he's
my
mad
guy,
young.
bro. FM, bro. Paris FC, blood. Baller.
2 assists, 12 chances created from left back.
Gets paid less than Kelleher, blood. Bring him in, man.
Should we be looking more for him than, in your words, Jerkes?
Ed, listen. This is not me trolling in it.
Yeah, go on.
I get Jerkes a minute because he's actually a good footballer. I know I troll him and that, but I think it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
The positions that Slot has made our left and right back pick up. In our case, Robbo most of the time.
Inverted, moving like 10. Yeah.
Robbo's not used to that when he finds himself in the 10, and he's not good enough on the ball to be in that position to do something. That's why he always plays the 1-2. Then he tries to overlap and they don't give him the ball because Robbo's very simple in what he does, he's just effective at it.
Mm-hmm.
If 8 Nori finds himself in the position that Robbo's in, he's finishing the season 8 goals, 11 assists, bro. Bro. He's so techie, bro.
Team GA, bro.
And man, I'm telling me, he just said it as well. I just said he's on less wages than Kelleher, bro. So he comes in, he's on 10K a week now, bro. You can pump him up to anything, and it's a win. And give him 50, he's laughing.
Do you know what? Let me quickly go and check what this brother's stats is this season. Bear with me, people. Bear with me.
The chances created in that. Obviously, we don't know how good the chances are, but that says that like they're possible. They could have been possibly assists on it if you create that many chances, bro.
That's a lot of chances to create, though.
A lot of chances, bro.
Let's see. Premier League. Load up, man. Come on, man. Pause. Matches 33 out of 33. So 33 games, 33 starts for him. Team of the week 3 times, 4 goals this season so far, 7 assists in the Premier League. 7 assists.
And he don't take corners. He don't take corners.
Yeah, Premier League, 7 assists. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's look at his defensive stats because that's what I want to. Average ball recoveries 4.0 a game, 2.5 tackles, 3 tackles a game. Clearances, yeah, that's fine. Errors leading to shots, 1. Errors leading to goal, none. Penalties committed, none. I say that now, bro. Next game, watch, he goes and gives away a pen. What other one? Goal conversion, 13%, higher than some of our strikers. I ain't even gonna lie.
Why you do that, man?
Nah, he scored 3 on his left foot, 1 on his right foot. What other? Has he played in any of the other one? Yeah, let's see the. Okay. Nah, he didn't get no goals in the League Cup this season. He played in the FA. Of course, he played in the FA Cup game. 2 games to. Yeah, no goals, no assists in there. Okay, so yeah, not bad. Premier League stats, not bad at all. And the brother's only 23, so he's not much of a difference between him and Jerkes. I don't know why I keep calling him Jerkes, bro, but that name is stuck because of you, bro.
Oh, no, yeah, it's gonna be deep if he ends up at Liverpool. Then I have to stop calling it him, bro.
Yeah, because then you know the rivals are gonna use what you say, bro.
Yeah, I don't want the rivals to get from so.
Keep saying it.
Yeah. He's cold, man.
Yeah, that's mad.
I think everyone needs to stop thinking as well, like downplaying his defensive ability. He's a good defender, bro.
No, he's a good defender.
Yeah. Like, let's be honest. Like most left back and right backs now, they're not ultra defensive anyway. So because how the game's been played in it, so he's good on the ball.
His heat map is dumb. The whole left hand side is just red.
Yeah, absolute G, bro.
Absolutely.
You say Ryan 8 Nori Diaz on the same side. Oh my god.
That's bare energy, bare running, just bare commitment.
Blood.
Just pure text.
Oh, mate.
Ryan says it. I'm sure one of them goals is against us.
I know. Yeah. Man like Ryan and that, but
2 goals, 2 assists in the month of April for the man. He was so touted to be one of the best young fullbacks coming through, or winger at the time before he moved to fullback.
Yeah, because he left Fulham, went Spurs and went back in it.
Yeah, do you think that was what killed him, the Spurs move?
Yep, Spurs kill everyone, bro. Apart from Harry Kane. Actually, no, to be fair. Yeah.
Yeah, they did because they took away the trophies of his whole career. That's why. He had to go somewhere else to try and find success. Harvey Barnes?
That's my guy, blood.
4 goals, 2 assists since being back from injury. Cook, man.
Baller. He's like one of them perfect. Like for one of those teams like Newcastle, great. Even if he starts for a team like Liverpool and that, they're great backup players and do the job and that.
Yeah, because Gordon was out injured and he came in and didn't look like Gordon was needed.
Yeah. Him and Thingy, bro. Him and Murphy, bro. Just feeding the ball into it's just cold.
And let's go to the guy that we were linked with. Send the scouts out 7 times to go and watch this brother. 4 assists, 8 chance created.
He does have a bit of a lisp, so I don't think we should buy him.
Why is that? Why is that an issue?
Just the honest with lisp, there's something about them, bro. Like
Harry Kane.
Is that Harry Kane's is more like a
trust Harry Kane, bro? What are we talking about?
No, not for England. First of all, I don't trust him for England. Second of all, Harry Kane's lisp is more like, I don't want to say it.
Okay.
But you know what the villain's called from Incredibles?
Yeah.
So it's more like that. Yeah. So but man, them with lisp, we know they're a bit. They come across a bit. Yeah. Like if you I'm trying to be a better person, so don't know why you still.
I know I can tell that you're moving in the right direction. Because you're doing that, Sav.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, look right here.
Yeah, so more, play that we're linked with. Sent the scouts out 7 times to go and watch him. 4 assists, 8 chances created. Could be a little bargain still. Young little 50 million. Test the waters, see what we can do there.
He's a baller, man. Only thing I'll say is the likelihood he's going to cost the same as Eze, and then And I agree with
Eze in it. Yeah, bro. Nah, that's mad.
You know what I'm saying? I agree with you, Liverpool 6-7 as well. I'll definitely take Ramsey over Rodgers, but like I'm kind of bored of the, not because of him, because he's actually cold, but I'm bored of this first season business, bro. Like man, never just having one season now. Ramsey was linked to everyone was linking Ramsey to Liverpool last season and the season before because he was cooking as well. You know what I mean? Palmer's been rubbish this season. Now everyone's give up with that. Foden's been rubbish this season. Like we might need to just not because we's Frenchmen, you don't do what you want. But I think it's time to let these youngsters have some time again. Just have some time again in it. So he's good footballer. It's not like I'd argue if he ended up at Liverpool, but I just don't think he will. The Villa fans love him.
Well, why would we send scouts out 7 times then, bro? But based on what Fabrizio's saying, if we believe in it.
I don't know. The scouts are stupid if they're going.
Because if you go out once, you go, all right, cool, looks good. Let's go and watch him again, seeing if the reports are fine. Well, we continuously go and watch a player. There must be something there that you're thinking, he could fit this profile of what we're trying to do.
Very strange. It's very strange to go out that much. Because if they've gone out that much, then that must be because Slot's interested in it. So I don't know, man. I don't know. To be fair, like. It doesn't mean I'm right about the stuff I say. It's just that I'm so used to I know what it's like in the city, innit, with Villa. So I know how much he's rated in the city, and they're like him and Ramsey. They're the hometown boys, innit.
Right, I'm with you.
It always comes across a bit different with them, but he seems like he would move on more than Ramsey would move. Like I don't know what it is between them. He seemed like he's on this quick ambition thing, like, oh, Man City, you don't want to play me, I'm gone. I'll move on, it's not a problem. This is whatever. Middlesbrough, okay, we move on. He seems to not care about stuff like that. He wants to get to the heights, which is a good thing. It's a good mentality to have. Rodgers did the same. I mean, Ramsey did the same. It's just that he would rather do it with Villa, where if a big team comes in for him. So I'm not mad at it. And if Villa might not get Champions League football, which they look like they might not get it at all, actually. So it'll change everything.
And then obviously our boy that only scores screamers and that, the guy that we keep saying should play in the 10 chances created and 2 bangers. Yeah. Do you know it's crazy? Like played him in the double pivot, right? He looks good. I mean, right. There's games where he goes a bit ghosty, little, like he's trading water and stuff like that, ankle weights as you'd like to say. Where he's not really there, but you put him in the 10, he looks a complete different. I say 10, more advanced. Let's say more advanced midfielder. Yeah, this brother looks so cold, man, when he's playing in that position. I don't know why we don't utilize him enough. throughout the season in that position more often than not. Because all you get is goals and assists and chance created.
Yeah, if I'm gonna be fair to Slot on why he hasn't played further forward, is because even though I don't notice it all the time, you read that stat to me before that he had tackled more people than everyone in the 5 leagues or something like that. Like
Yeah.
So that's the reason why. That's why Slot gets paid the big money and I'm at my desk, because when I'm watching him, I'm like, it becomes annoying. I'll be honest, but I'm very happy with Matt. Because I had this conversation last week. My disappointment with Matt comes from the fact of, because I know he can do more in it. So
yeah, true.
When people are like, "Oh, he's been world class and all that," I'm like, I've never seen a world class McAllister yet, bro. And to me, it sounds like everyone's standards are low, which is not a bad thing. Because calling someone not world class doesn't mean I'm saying the shit. He's not done anything world class yet. World Cup's completely different. Because I think his standards can be higher, and he can have more of an effect on the game going forward, not just defensively. I don't think he's had an effect going forward enough yet in a Liverpool shirt. So, but he's definitely one of those that's going to grow into being a great player. You can see it, and I think he will end up being world class. But everyone just throws it. Yeah, see, Scrap said the same thing. Everyone just throws it around. And that's what was everyone saying not long like last week? Is in the top 5 in Europe and that. What?
Yeah, top 5 in Europe. Top
5 in what? Tackles, yeah, that's the thing. But if you're talking about just players, bro, come on, man. It's not, bro. Like, you could probably name how many midfielders at Barca you think's better than him?
Frankie, Pedri.
I think Gavi's better than him too.
Yeah, Gavi's an angry kid.
Okay, so now you see what I'm saying with top 5. You mentioned 3 from one team, bro. And then you got the rest of Europe.
Even Dani Olmo, if you count him, well, he's like centre mid attacking. He's an attacking mid for them. So Dani is cold, man.
Yeah. So that's what I think there. But
he's cold though. McAllister is cold, bro.
And again, people do not take me out of context. Listen with your ears, not your eyes, blood. I said he can be world class, and I think he's great. He's just not done the world class stuff yet. Because it's too because these goals for Liverpool, there's been screamers and that. But if you put it in a compilation or separated it, it's not that many. It's just that the goal's so good that it always stands out to you. And you can always remember a McAllister goal, but I can always remember a McAllister goal or a McAllister assist because every time he does it, it's great. It's not enough though, and it's been enough to win the league though, so big him up. But going forward, if you want to be the Liverpool dominating team and stuff like that, he's gonna have to be better. But
you have to put him further forward, bro. Like bro. Yeah. That's right, man. All right, let's move on. It's a little bit of transfer news. See what's going on in the world of Liverpool. Obviously, this is one of the ones we already kind of knew that was going to happen anyway, in terms of Caoimhin Kelleher. He wants to go and play first team football. Obviously, with the Dashvili Donny coming in, might as well let him go now, innit? Time to let him go and spread his wings. I just don't want him to go to any of the Premier League teams. That's all it is. Because I know how good he is, and I know he'll make them a better team.
Great goal.
Who could you accept him going to, and who could you not accept him going to if that was something that you were worried about that anyway?
He's good enough to play for Chelsea now. He's better than Sanchez. You know what? It doesn't matter what team he goes to, because realistically, we're gonna have to play against him anyway if he's in the Prem.
He's saying back him same way.
Yeah, because Nottingham's the team he was going to play for last season. He stopped it, and then all of a sudden, then Sal's is great now. He's a great goalkeeper. He's going to get the Golden Glove. So, but I think he's better than Sanchez. He's better than Onana. He's better than Vicario. He's better than Pickford. Bruv, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Kelleher's he's better than most of the Premier League goalkeepers, bro. Like, being deadly serious, bro, which I don't know if you want to say it's a compliment or it's showing how bad the Premier League goalkeepers are, but he's cold, bro.
Maybe he's just developed really good in it. The goalkeeping coach department that we have at Liverpool, massive. And then obviously learning off the best, in my opinion, goalkeeper in the world massively helps as well, because you're seeing this brother do certain things. You always remember that Minile video when Alisson came in that first training session. Man was pulling off some mad. You just see man standing there going, I ain't seeing first team again. I ain't seen you just knew. And obviously Kelleher's just there learning, soaking up all of this from him. So yeah,
what would be cold for Kelleher, just for like a personal thing, is if I saw him at like a European team who's in the Champions League, bro, but like not in England. That would be so. Imagine like Kelleher just at playing cup. Obviously not over. I'm saying like one of those kind of teams and that who need a goalkeeper. There's plenty of them teams, bro. Kelleher at Frankfurt and that. Yeah, man, run it, bro.
Yeah, I think we can get a decent bit of money for him as well, man. Decent bit of like 30 mil. Like I think 30 mil, 35.
Yeah, I say 40, man. We won the Prem, so 40
mil. Yeah, 40. Like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
40 mil for him, man. Big up to Liverpool 6-7. Big up, guys, in the chat, man. Love for the love. We mentioned obviously a little swap deal there for Semenyo. He could work it. If Jerkes is the guy we want to go and get, he could do that as well because Bournemouth is on the list of teams.
Man, I'm trying to fleece Bournemouth of all their players. Semenyo, Anchor, and Jerkes in one.
They could turn into the Southampton, bro. Remember, that's what we was doing to Southampton. Yeah. Fleece them for everyone. Maybe
that the other day because I was like, when I was looking at Muniz for Palace, left back. He's cold.
Right back. Oh, you can play.
Right back.
He can play there. Yeah, he can play across.
Muniz, I'll take Mateta, I'll take Eze, I'll take Wharton. Brother, just fleece that team too.
I know, that's Mandem FC. I don't think we can go there and try and bad them up still. But probably can bad up Bournemouth.
Yeah, it's true. Well, yeah, because Richard Hughes came from Bournemouth, isn't
it? Yeah. He's got the ins and out, little connection with the players. He brought Semenyo on there. You know what I mean? I don't know if he brought Jerkes there. I don't know if that's...
Yeah, little sports washing. I hear
it. Yeah. No, we won't do that, Sam. No, we won't do that.
Just inflate up the players' prices and that. This loser, bro.
I saw this. Liverpool fans, what are we thinking, bro? This man said, I don't like how they're celebrating as if they're the ones who won the Premier League.
I'm just going to say this about this Martin Newton, because he's a prick, innit?
Yeah.
Like, he's actually a prick, but he's very smart in what he does, bro. There's a group of these kind of people in England, and they know that they're just unsaying stupid stuff all the time. Like, this is light compared to what he normally says, but this is unsaying outrageous stuff. Just so and it's true, he does go viral every time, because every time he pops up on my timeline and that, he said something stupid, blood. You know what I mean? Whether it's about he done it the other day about the Tuchel's number 2, I think, England. He's like the token black guy. Like, it's embarrassing because when I got some, and I'm like, the thing is, like, he was the Brentford number 2 just before, and he was at Chelsea. But just because you don't know him and he's black, he's the token black guy. But England don't need token black guys, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's true. They've got
half of the team's black.
Yeah.
What are we doing here, bro? Like, half of the team is man, them, bro. That's he's enough, and he's an Everton fan as well, bro. So yeah.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah, and anytime he wants to talk about shit, we know him, bro, because we know about you, brother, and that. But let's not even go there, and
exactly. Obviously, we spoke about Harvey yesterday, but now I've seen a couple of clubs there because we was kind of like spitballing. What club could he potentially?
Watch the stream, bro. I said Leverkusen yesterday, bro. You know what I mean?
Leverkusen's on there, Brighton's on there, and Dortmund's on there. Pretty much the teams we mentioned yesterday. Well, you and G and stuff like that was mentioning teams and names and stuff. But if he doesn't look like he's going to be able to stay, then I'd say probably Dortmund. You know, Dortmund's probably the place. I know. Because look, if he goes Leverkusen, you say Alonso's up. Probably like 95% leaving. So that goes. You don't know who's going to come in. Does the style of football is going to be the same? What's going to happen?
About to say that. He ain't saying that. Once Alonso leaves, blood, there's going to be a couple of players.
That's going to be like, I think it's my time to shift.
Obviously, I'm a Dortmund guy, in it, bro, so I'll definitely take him at Dortmund. It's just that with the youth that they're using at the moment and the position he plays, he might have the same problem. Not as much, he'll still play games. But might have much more. So big
I think like Dortmund would be a good. Dortmund, I think Brighton would be a step down. I think Dortmund could be used not as a stepping stone, but somewhere to rebrand, rebuild.
Dortmund is an advertisement for players like Harvey. You go Dortmund, you get to play. I mean, this season's been terrible, but you usually get to play Champions League football. You get to play at the highest level in the Bundesliga, and you're always on people's radar. But like, you know, the man never mentioned Gittins before he was at Dortmund, bro. So,
true.
You know what I mean? And Duranville and all these men. So, Cool, man.
I'm sure this is big up to the Mane after run, man. What do you guys consider as a tempting offer and how much?
For Harvey.
Yeah, I presume it's Harvey. Let me know if that's not Harvey, bro. But I'm sure because we're having a conversation around Harvey, will do that.
You'll have to answer that one because I don't care about the money, bro. I like
I
Harvey.
say an offer where I'll be like, yeah, Harvey can run.
Remember how the market's changed as
60
well.
mil.
Bro.
60 mil.
Yeah,
Premier
that's
League winner. Premier
It's
League winner,
not-
still young.
Liverpool price tag of
talented.
50 mil, and then he goes for 50. I think that's fair enough.
Mm.
Apart
Yeah, I'd
from
say 60 mil. I'll be kind of cool with.
that. Hey,
On the way back, man, Ben Doak, bro.
hey,
Ben Doak.
Speed Demon Doki in that blood.
Where will he go? Where will he go? Will he be given the opportunity in pre-season or not? Or will he be sold? Hey, we saw some big deal. Like, what was it? Forest, Palace.
Mhm.
Hey, listen, okay, we could.
It's not smart to not give him a chance in pre-season. Because pre-season is long enough where you can play and then you can still decide, now I want to sell him.
We did that. I think that Cavallo, we did that.
Yeah, we did that Carvalho and
Seth
Seth Vandenberg, so I would
Yeah.
do the same thing. But I do like Doak, and it's always going to be a shame for me. I ain't seen enough of him in the Liverpool shirt. So if he goes, it's going to be kind of disappointing. But he's cold though. He's cold though.
That's
He's
got
raw, innit?
Scottish Martinelli, you know, that's mad.
I just think it's too early for people like Doak to say if they're like rubbish or not, bro. You get me? Like you haven't let him. They haven't even grown. Your coach, bro. Like these men. What was it? 18 when he come to Liverpool squad. 17 or something.
Yeah,
like
he's still young, bro. It's still.
young.
And maybe he's probably thinking, right? Oh, maybe if Klopp was still here, maybe he doesn't get the opportunity. I would say, but I think with Arne Slot, he doesn't know these guys like that. So maybe he gives them the preseason just to see, okay, are you good or what's going on right now?
They might be smart. I don't know what his contract is at Liverpool, but I think if we're going to do smart business, we do what the Chelsea model, bro. So if these men are this young and they seem like prospects, sign them up again, send them out on loan, and if it don't work, they got 2 years left on their contract, then sell them, bro. Don't do all this. We brought you back off loan. You can go for like 5 million, that, bro. And then we play them in the Prem and they start mashing us up. I'm not trying to see that. I'm not trying to see that.
Yeah, you drop the shoulder. You're like, nah, man, we could have won this game if this guy weren't there, man. Stefan, you know, bro, Stav, I want this guy. You know, we want this guy to be given the opportunity, bro.
Sergio, come on, bro.
Chat, I know there's some of you in here that don't rate him like that. I just want to have a show of hands. Who thinks he should be given an opportunity this preseason and given a chance at Liverpool Football Club? But it goes, man. He's going to be given the opportunity to prove himself at Liverpool. I feel like, G does hate. I don't even know why. So mad. Maybe G just looked at him. Maybe he just got like, a moment that happens in your head that you dislike and it happened. You just like, I don't like the player.
Jerry's the same, bro. You know what it is, man? Them man don't like man that everyone else already likes. Really. So did you see that period where like there was the Stefan hype? Some people don't like that, innit? So it's like, I need to go against the grain, blood. I'm like, I can't have it, bro. I hear it though because I'm not that cool player, but give him a chance, man.
Give him a chance to go and prove himself, and maybe he can. Maybe he can win over the Liverpool fan base. He could be the answer, Sav.
What me and you discussed yesterday, what I told you yesterday is about. It depends on it. If you're a person who don't like Gravenberch being in this position, you want to move Gravenberch out of that position. Then I understand why you don't want Stefan either, bro. But if you're a person that likes Grav in this position and you think Grav should be a starting player, but you want someone to rotate with Grav and you don't want a big drop off, Stefan's your guy. Because they play the same, bro.
Yeah.
They play the same. And I'm not going to do this because obviously Grav was an original wonder kid. But on the ball in certain positions, he's better than Grav, bro. Grav's the better footballer. But in certain positions, he's better. And they're so similar to each other that if Slot wants to make a sub, there's not a drop off, bro. There's not a drop off in what they're doing. You know what I mean?
And and you know what he's got as well? He's got that added bite to him, bro.
Added bite, bro.
He's got that added bite in the midfield where you're like, bro, there's no like, like how the way Bradley plays. No fear. He just plays. Don't care who you are, who am I. It's me and you in the midfield. Yeah, we're going to war.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. Oh yeah, what Bejan says. Well, and he played that right back for us in the Europa League. See all the cover. And I know people keep doing this thing where it's like, someone asked the question the other day, but I know it's just a narrative. But is he really that good, or is it because we were shit that season? No, he was that good. We were shit, but he was that good in that season, bro. So I don't see a problem, bro. You get me? Like, what was the teams you struggled against in that season? Man City and Real Madrid.
Yeah.
So sorry, you struggled against the two best teams in the world at the time. Yeah, at 18. That's normal.
He's 23 years of age, bro, and he's 23. Sorry, 20 years of age, and he's got plenty of time ahead of him to go and show.
Funny enough, if he was at one of the Spanish clubs now, like I know he's on a loan there, but if he was at one of the clubs now, he came through their youth system, everyone would be like, "Have you seen that Bajcetic kid? He's kind of cold still. The way he does, we should buy him."
And especially when you watch him play against the top teams, the way he's been playing this season since he's made, obviously the first loan wasn't great. This one has been really good. Yeah. And you've seen the way he's played. He's even had to fill in at centre back at times because obviously he's originally a centre back. Then we trialed him in centre mid, which was crazy. We bought him, from Spain as a centre back. Come in, nah. Bring him into the first team pre-season first week. Played him in centre mid. Nah, he's good. Let's play him here then.
And then when they asked him where he'd rather play, he said, "I'd rather play in the 8." So he can do everything, bro. I'm all right, man. I'm not selling no stocks in Bajcetic on it. Sergio Bajcetic, blood. So if he fails, I give permission for everyone to cook me, blood. That's how good I think he is, bro. That's how good I think he is. I'm sorry, man. Like there's a problem at Liverpool where have you noticed this, bro? At Liverpool is the only club where our fan base don't want to big up our own youngsters, but if they're at another club, everyone gets bigged up on it.
Yeah, no, like Gittins is cooking, but it's like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna diss him because it might sound like Gittins because he's doing well.
You're right. I'm a Dortmund fan, and every time someone mentioned in your chat you should buy Gittins in 100 million, I'm like, brother, this is how you know you don't watch. He doesn't even play. He's on the bench most of the time.
Yeah,
he's a really good footballer, but when people started talking about that price tag, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? Like there's him and Duranville and all that. They're really good footballers, but they're progressing on it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it's very weird in that. Like I think that Skelly's done great this season, and that Wanyeri's been decent for a bit. And as soon as Saka come back, we knew what was going to happen. And it happened. Yeah, but all the love that he's getting already, man, that's speaking like he's an. Bajcetic's done more than him in the Prem. He just did.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why we can't, big up our players. And if it don't work out, it don't. But I don't believe in all this energy business because I'm not a baddie in it. But I'm just saying, it does affect the youth, blood. Like if fans are behind you in that and they feel they're not overgassing you, but there's a bit of belief in you in that. But it helps.
Yeah, there's a rating there. They go, do you know what? They rate me, But let's see what happens, man. Chiesa. I don't believe this one. Big up to my guys over at Anything Liverpool, because I actually speak to them. But I don't know, man said I've been told. I don't know about this one. I've been told conversation. And it was his performance against Plymouth in the FA Cup exit that concerned the coaching staff. But I think everyone in that team was dead that day. That mixed mashy team that they decided to put out should have been enough to win. But it was still...
Funny enough, it was that bad. And he's still the only one who looked like they were going to do something. So he was rusty on the ball, but he's the one who kept picking up the ball and trying, innit? Bro, what do you expect, man? I don't want to listen. They're obviously better at their job than I am, and that. But I just don't believe this because one game is crazy, bro.
And no coach showed you after one game. Maybe when they're scouting you, maybe that's what it is because certain things that they take off in it. Yeah, but in terms of just as a professional player, they know you can have ups and downs within games. Yeah, nice, man. But if
this is true though, it's madness. But if it's not true, then these kind of things are damaging to the player's reputation, bro. Because then you've gone from Euro winner Chiesa and that to a can't play against Plymouth, bro. You're taking a piss, bro. That's fucking ridiculous, bro. Red Armchair is right as well. This is what happens in Liverpool quite a lot. It's why I don't even will judge them on the day for the ratings and that, bro. But I don't judge their whole career on it because every time this was happening with some of the other players that you mentioned as well, we always do the rotation thing. Even was on the clock where that one guy who's on the bench for the first team gets put in a team full of youth players, bro. So then all of a sudden, of course he's never played with them before. Of course it's gonna be choppy, innit? Like that's normal. Remember they kept putting we're gonna play Gomez. We ain't gonna play Gomez at all, but then we're just gonna play him when all the kids and lack of experiences around him, and then blame him for everything.
Yeah. Hey, remember that little cameo Gomez playing DM and that? Hey, yeah, Gomez was playing. Do you know that's why it's great having Gomez, bro, and stuff like that. I saw this and I thought it was mad interesting, right? 7 guys out of 34 survived since 2020. 7 out of 35 or 34 players. None of the coaches are there, just the players.
And that's just based on winning the league, innit? But all of the ones in them pictures were still there before 1920 as well, innit?
Yeah, they were there before. So I think up to that point, these men then
They're like 2 or 3 years.
That survived since that period of time.
So it's about 8, about 7 years for most of them, 8 for some. Hey, man. Then obviously Joey's been there for like 10 plus now. They've done well, bruv, because most teams, the whole picture will be black and white, bruv. They'll just sack off the whole squad quick time, innit?
It's so crazy. Like, we just proper revamp the team. Like, it proper.
I like it.
It's going to happen again. There's going to be more in the summer as well.
Yeah.
So there's going to be players that's going to leave from this squad.
I do like the representation of this picture because it shows that you build your team around the spine and experience on it.
Yeah, that's mad, isn't it? That all the spine and experience. Yeah. So Curtis is there. Well, Curtis obviously gets a little young pass and that.
I was about to say the only thing what it shows is that, and it's because Klopp changed them. So there's no, apart from Curtis, there's no midfielder in there. So when I say spine, it would be the goalkeeper, a midfielder, and attacker in it. But there's no midfielder in there because Klopp already moved them on the season before. Otherwise, it would have been like a Hendo or Fabinho or someone like that. But it's good, man. It's good. I guess the next picture in a couple of years will be, missing centre backs or missing strikers and that. Yeah, man.
When do you think they'll do? Because obviously we should go and win it next season, but I doubt they'll do this picture again. They'll probably wait another couple of seasons, then run.
So you were thinking 5 years what it would be?
Yeah. I think Virgil's gone. Salah will be gone.
Virgil, Salah, Robbo.
Looks like Trent will be out anyway. So yeah, Trent, Robbo.
I think Curtis will probably be gone by then as well, maybe.
Curtis?
Maybe. 5 years.
Curtis would probably be like, yo, I need to be playing.
He wants to be the scouts from the team, but he doesn't want to be the scouts from the bench, bro. So if it's 5 years and he's still on the bench, bro.
Jota will be gone.
Jota will be gone.
Nunez will be gone.
The main players is like, it's funny enough, it feels like people like Gakpo would be still here. The Gakpo is someone who looks like he wouldn't want to move on. He looks so happy, bro.
Gakpo, Ryan, them man, they're just chilled, bro.
Yeah. I don't know, it's mad to think about it still. Football's changing, man. You know what I mean? I know everyone wants to do this loyalty and football thing, bro, but moving on to another club doesn't mean you're not loyal. As long as you're loyal to your contract, bro.
Is there more coaches in Klopp's team? Hold on, what's that? 3. How many coaches are there that Klopp has, bro? 1, 2. Is that 2? 3, 4, 5, 6.
8, 6, 7.
No, but that's the goalkeepers at the back, bro.
Oh yeah.
Look at the Arne slot squad, bro. This guy has what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, and himself and later 9 of them, bro. Are you saying Klopp didn't really want the man up? I said no. That's crazy, bro. Oh yeah, sorry, I don't know why that one's.
Yeah, it's continuing.
Yeah, that one made. I don't know why that got in there. No, it's accident. Sorry, that's for another stream. Apologies, guys. That's for a different.
Another stream that I don't want the invite to, blood.
No, what do you mean, bro? That's for a different stream.
Well, enough of that. But...
Yeah, that's for a different stream. That's for a different stream. That picture was not meant to be in that one. That's for a different Barcelona-related stream. Listen, big up to the guys, man. Big up, guys. I'll stay for 5 more minutes. If you want to throw any comments, I would say questions in there. We'll spend 5 minutes just chopping up some questions, and then we'll head out. Got some stuff to do, man. Young fella is cooking. Yeah, he cooked yesterday, boy. 100%. You guys have any questions in there for me or Sav?
No, not for me, blood.
What do you mean not for you?
Nah, man, I don't even mean it like that, man. I'm gonna have to bounce in it, bro. I didn't even mean it like that, bro. I'm trying to be a better man, bro, but you're not helping me, bro.
Sorry, no, but yeah, but like you do to me, you gotta be held accountable for if you have any like moments where you spaz out, like earlier with the camera and the light.
Man, yeah.
Sometimes you have to. Couldn't they out for 3 weeks? Yeah, that's all right, man. It's not rude to go out for like 6 games.
All right, we got the chat. You like can have your Liga talk without me, pussies, bro.
All right, we'll go then. The chaos objective for next year. Now, yeah, that's too deep, bro. We gotta wait. That's content for next summer, bro.
Yeah.
Can't, this summer, bro. We can't give that away early, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Gotta keep you guessing. But all right, listen, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. Throw it in the comment section after the stream, and I'll try and chop those up in there with you.
Yeah, and also in the comment section, put videos that you want Ents to do in the future, man. Because some of the season's nearly done, so put some comments in the. I mean, yeah, put some comments in the comments, but it's real talk, innit? Put some ideas in the comment section, and then yeah, big up everyone in the chat, though.
Big up, man. Savage's link to his channel is in the title. Also, all 3 of his channels are in the description as well, guys. So go and support, go and subscribe, go and do all that great stuff.
When the transfer show.
Yeah,
oh, you know what the problem is with that, bro? I don't even think G realized that. I seen him message about that the other day. I came up with that idea when you and G was on here, but then G messaged saying, I've got this idea to do a transfer shot. I'm like, I was gonna say that's the idea I've already got, but he done a pre-record to it, didn't he?
Yeah.
If you remember when I was on stream with you two and I said I'll host it on your channel, and I'll do it, and I said I'll give you both a budget and then go transfer market. But then G messaged like 2 weeks after going, I got this idea for this video. And I was like, ain't that the one I said I was gonna do? But because he did a pre-record, I was like, that's my boy, innit? Let him do it. But can still do it.
Yeah. We can still do it.
Summer, probably best to do it in the summer. Yeah. That'll be a good series to have.
We use like transfer market or something like that.
Yeah, use transfer market, and then I'll give you some budget.
Yeah.
And then, so like a transfer.
Give me a proper LFC budget though. Don't give me like you heard the wording. Not gonna say war chest, but if we need to splash out.
I've already got the ideas in it, so I've got like you're allowed to sell 5 players and then use their money, and you're allowed to. I've got it already, bro. So you know what I mean? You can do it like that.
All right, man. Guys, big up, Sav. Peace out.
Peace.